Nos encontramos en Vigo para entrevistar a Norman Maxwell, exjugador profesional de rugby en Nueva Zelanda e internacional con la selección nacional, los famosos All Blacks. Ahora reside en Vigo, donde entrena el primer equipo de rugby de la ciudad.
Jugaste 36 veces con el equipo internacional de Nueva Zelanda, los All Blacks. ¿Todavía recuerdas la sensación que tenías cada vez que saltabas al campo? You played 36 times with the New Zealand national team, the All Blacks. How did you feel every time you took the field?
Yeah, well, I played over 5 years, so it's probably different as you're getting more confident and you're growing, you know. But a lot of the time with New Zealand, it's very high expectations to play for the All Blacks.
I bet.
So even though it's an honour, there's a lot of pressure, you know. So a lot of the time I had a lot of anxiety, you know, about letting the team down and not playing well.
It was a really high level. So.
That's right. And towards the end, I started to relax a little bit more and enjoy the occasion a lot more. But playing for the All Blacks is a very special thing for any New Zealander. We grew up dreaming about it, and in New Zealand, yeah, there's nothing quite like it.
Yeah, cool. ¿Puedes contarnos alguna anécdota que hayas vivido viajando con el equipo? Can you tell us any funny story about traveling with the team or any of your travels when you were an international player?
I'm trying to think about it. Man.
I bet the trips were really long.
Yeah, I think well, that's right. Sometimes we spend a lot of time together, so we know each other quite well. So there's sometimes there's lots of practical jokes that happen in the team. Something that sort of comes to my mind. Or once we. Oh man, it's going to be a long story, but
okay.
Once with my wasn't with the All Blacks, but it was with my provincial team. We used to have this. We were the Crusaders, so we had this suit, like a big white cape with a red cross on it. So you used to vote for the person who would wear the suit. You see, or they did something silly. All right, you got to wear the suit today. You know, and if the person's wearing the suit, they have to do everything that everybody says, you know. So it's like a big Crusader suit. I don't know if it's like netting, looks like armor with a big white thing. And we went to a winery, which is a winery in South Africa, and there they had a pet cheetah.
Yeah.
And the cheetah didn't look very friendly, you know, and it had like a handler guy with a collar.
Yeah.
You know. Anyway, we had this little Samoan guy who was in the suit that day, one of our players, a winger, and the cheetah actually attacked him with the suit because it must have been flapping, and it attached onto the back of it, onto the suit like this, and he was sprinting, and his legs were going up and down, and the trainer was telling him, "No, don't run, stop running," and he was freaking out because the cheetah was attached to him there. But it was quite a funny story.
Yeah.
But he ended up getting away. There was a couple of big rips in the suit from there on, but he didn't get eaten, so that was good.
That's a funny story.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. ¿Cómo decidiste venir aquí? Pasar de ser una gran estrella a un entrenador de un equipo considerado un poco menor. As we saw in other interviews of you, there were moments in your life when you felt a bit disappointed with the sport you loved. How did you decide to come here, going from being a star to a coach of a considered smaller team?
Yeah, it was actually quite an easy choice for me. After I retired, I had 5 years which I pretty much didn't do anything, just spent money, and then I just had an opportunity from a friend who was a Spanish guy in New Zealand, and he wanted me to come over here, and so part of it was really that was attractive as it wasn't so professional. New Zealand, everything's very serious with rugby. It's not fun, you know. It's a very serious thing. So it was attractive for me because being a professional player, I missed out on that because I didn't have the club. I didn't have a club team. I didn't have the normal type of rugby. It was always serious, you know. So I was attracted to coming back to a place where it was more relaxed, more doing it because you loved it, you know. And so this was a good thing for me, without the pressure, without the projections. It was great to be able to just to be involved with the rugby without the money involved.
Yeah, that seems quite nice. Por último, pero no por ello menos importante, tenemos una pregunta un poco más personal. Si hubiese algo que pudieses cambiar yendo atrás en el tiempo, ¿qué sería? Last but not least, we have a more personal question. Is there anything that you would change if you could go back on time?
Oh yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, anything I could change?
Like, is there something that you still want to do, or somewhere you would like to travel?
Yeah. Yes, of course. Yeah. One of my big passions is like charity stuff, and so I wanted to get some charity work off the ground. So it's something I'm working towards. I spent some time in Africa with children from children that live in the slum there in Kenya. So I'd like to support them in the future. And going back in time, I don't know, maybe before I've had some of the major injuries that I had, maybe sometimes I think, man, if I could change that, my life would have been a little bit different. But in some ways, no, because everything sort of makes you who you are, doesn't it? So,
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
So muchas gracias. Thank you so much.
Well,
Yeah, it was nice
gracias,
talking to you.
Okay.